Hello guys, in this video we're going to talk about the shear lashing. Now the shear lashing is a little different than the other ones I've been doing so far in that we are going to be tying two poles together side by side so that they can hinge or pivot at a point along those poles. You can do that anywhere along the poles. You can do it at the very top, you can do it towards the middle, however you want to do it. It just depends on where you want the pivot to be. There are two ways to do the shear lashing. We'll cover both of them in this video. The first one's easier. First one, you are going to be doing rather loose wraps, which allows it to have a greater freedom of movement. And the second one, we're going to be doing a little bit more difficult, or I should say a little bit more time-consuming, not difficult method, but it's more tight, so you won't have as many problems. So yeah, we'll just jump right in here. First thing you do, you start off with the clove hitch. And the way we do the clove hitch is we go over and under, and then we go cross over like this. We make our X. And we have our clove hitch. Okay. Now comes the easy part. We're going to tie these two poles together. The way we do this is you really just lift the poles off the ground and you wrap it around. That's the wrap. Keeping them a little loose. You only need to do 3 of these because we're not trying to get it tight here. We're just kind of making it, we're putting them there. Notice there's just some slack there. Okay. Once you've done your wraps, we still have to do the fraps. Now, a trick with the fraps. For these, we're going to be going over like this, just around and up and down like that. So, what I like to do is I like to go through the little notch up here, and then go all the way down to the other end, and do the same thing on the other side. Come up through the notch, and you're like that, and you just do it over and over and over. And we do 3 times. Just like that. So now we have 3. Still a wiggle there, which is good. So now we get to make our clove hitch just to tie it off. So I'm gonna make our X just like that, and then we're going to come back up through. This could be a little difficult trying to get the ropes to switch spots there. There we go, kind of his little pushing around there, but should be able to do it. And then we got our tail, and we put the tail right underneath the X, just like with the other clove hitch. Pull everything through. Oh, look at that. And we should have ourselves a clove hitch knot. Okay, so as you can see, very loose. You got lots of movement here. The knot itself even wants to slide a little bit, which probably could have done better on the clove hitches, but once again, we can just ratchet it back a little bit if you want a little bit more tightness. But yeah, that's how we do the first one. With the second lashing for the shear lashing, second option we have a little bit more restrictive and for a tighter pivot, not so much range of motion. Once again, we start that off with a clove hitch. Should be getting the idea that pretty much all lashings start with a clove hitch. That's just the way lashings work. So once you have the clove hitch, now we can do a little bit more fun. more things to do. Not so easy with the wraps this time. So, stick them together. This time we are going to go over, like that, and over this one, like that. Notice I'm going through the top, because there's a short little space I have to go to rotate the rope through. So basically all I'm doing, I'm going over this one, coming back up through here. I love doing it this way, it saves a lot of time. Going the other way is a lot harder. Go up through this one here. Come back again. You could do three. Three works. This one, you want to be a little bit tighter, just because we're doing a tighter lashing. And then once again, we have our good thing where we go through the top and the bottom. So now I do actually have to go all the way to the other side. Bring it up and around. We have one. We have two. Oh, there we go. And we have three. And as you can guess, tied off, we do our clove hitch on the second pull. This one went a little easier as far as getting the ropes to cooperate. Grab the tail, put it under both of the parts of the X there, and draw it through. Okay. There we go. We got our clove hitch, and then I'm just going to ratchet it back. That way, tighten it up a little bit. We can see our clove hitch there. And yeah, that's how we do a shear lashing. This one, a little bit tighter. The lashing is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to slide the pivot. So that's kind of what we want to do. It still has range of motion, but it's not going to, the pivot's not going to move around. So, alright, thanks for watching.